Well, I want to start with, I really was wondering how to start this pitch, because I want to talk about diversity and inclusion in decision-making processes. And it's really about how can you come with a certain consensus meaning about a certain topic. So I want to start with an exercise. If you have like a pen and you're going to write with the pen. Yeah, tuurlijk. Yeah, so if you have a pen and you're going to write with the pen, obviously it's a pen, right? So you're writing with a pen, it's a pen. But if you throw it on the ground and the dog is going to chew on it, is it still a pen or is it then a chewing stick? So it's really about the context is defining what the object's meaning is. And we saw that within organizations, a lot of decisions are being made, like who's going to hire who on a certain place, what is a good innovation, what is a good sales strategy, what is a good market, la-di-la-di-la-di. Those are all decisions made by a few people. So it's real privileged people, white people, that are creating decisions that are not in line with the bigger context of the organization. So for this, we have created a platform, Nara-tree. It's about narratives and find the dominant narratives within organizations in which you can base your decisions on. So if you can click. So it's about choosing a focus. So for instance, if you want to know how the IT department is solving problems for the organization, then you can do a survey amongst like 10 or 20 people. But if you ask all the people to share stories, then you can find dominant narratives of how the service delivery is actually happening. But also, if you're going to hire somebody for a certain organization in a department, then you can ask the hiring manager, the team lead, and somebody of the team to write a vacancy. But you can also ask 20 people to share 5 stories, and then you get a really better understanding of what the open vacancy is about. Does that make sense? So it's really about getting the stories out of the organization, to learn the context, to read the room, and to understand what the dominant narrative is. And obviously we use data science and AI to find the dominant narratives and translate them to decision making. So you choose a scan, then you can specify, or you choose your focus, then you choose your scan. So we've got multiple focuses. And then if you kick off the scan, you can add the people in step 3. So there can be multiple people in a group. So there can be also multiple people around the organization. But we really want to add people that have a first relation with a certain object. So for instance, the people who are interacting with the open vacancy, who actually can say something about this role. Okay? Then we do the game perspective. So what we do is we analyze with like 20 AI agents, mini prompts. Otherwise it's going to hallucinate all over the place. And data science, we find the dominant narratives, and we do the undercurrent analysis and the uppercurrent analysis. So you want to know about the skills, but you also want to know the culture. So if there's a lot of power dynamics in the team, then somebody who's going to step in this role wants to understand what the power dynamic is, because otherwise the person will be gone within 2 months. So then you have these perspectives, and then you find this is an analysis about IT and governance and about optimal maturity within an IT team. But we created this report. It's a part of a report of I think 10 pages, and we use advanced modeling, IT modeling, to find what the story entails in regard of maturity level in IT organization. Okay. So where does attack comes alive? We are focusing on people, culture, growth, impact, technology, and innovation. So for instance, we are also focusing on the Brainport ecosystem. So we're going to use the tool to analyze the whole Brainport ecosystem on how innovative they actually are. So there's a lot of dashboarding that we are super innovative, but are we actually really innovative? And what is the base on synthesis data that is proving that we are really innovative, or is it just a good slang? So this is what we are going to do. Yes, and our promise, we have validated with 10 companies now, 3 times higher revenue growth because you get better decision making. So you've got a higher turnover, 3 times higher employee engagement, obviously because you can step into making the decisions, you are being invited, 23% higher profitability. You can interpret that in many, many ways. That's way too much for 3 minutes. And strengthen decisions, obviously, because you've got better insights in regard of your decision-making process. Okay, thanks. So stop guessing and start knowing, obviously. So if you just say, okay, we're going to entail decisions around 10 people for a whole organization, this doesn't say anything if it's a good decision. You want to democratize the whole decision-making process using AI. Thank you.